flavorful and nutritional. You are looking at a roasted root vegetable soup that has hints of your favorite potato soup, except a few simple chef-approved decisions will elevate it to the next level. Chef Lindsey Hargett is our teacher today. It's so good to see you.
Too.
And I told Lindsey, and this is true, I looked at the title of the recipe today and I was kind of like, and then I saw who was making it, and I was all in. Like, that's your brand. That's your reputation. You can make anything taste delicious, even vegetables.
Oh, thanks.
Even vegetable
That's the
soup.
goal.
What are we starting with here?
Okay, so we're switching things up a little. Like you said, it's kind of reminiscent of our favorite potato soup, but we're getting chefy with it, but trust me. So we've got leeks instead of onions. So
Why?
a leek is this guy. It's a little sweeter, a little more mild.
Okay.
So you just got to make sure we're using basically this part of the leek.
Just the stalk?
Yep. So save this part for like your stalk, funny enough. And then you want to slice this up thin and put it in some water and kind of like rustle it a bit so that it gets the dirt out.
Okay.
And then we saute them in here just like you would an onion.
In some oil? Or
Yep.
okay.
Just a little oil, a little salt.
Salt, okay, great.
Always salt. And then once you've got those nice and sauteed, actually what we're doing before this is, I mean, the title is Roasted Root Veggie Soup. So we have all of these roots here, which like you said, makes you go, but trust.
So this is instead of potatoes.
So we have potatoes as well.
Okay.
So we have some carrots and then we have parsnip and rutabaga. So we're getting a little, like I said, a little chefy with it. We're just using kind of what's in season. It makes the dish a little heartier, a little more depth of flavor. But then we mostly have potatoes. So we have one parsnip, one rutabaga, some carrots for added sweetness, and potatoes.
Here's my dumb question. What qualifies a root vegetable? Just a vegetable with roots?
That grows in the ground. It's like, instead of, you know, there's roots and then fruit on the top. Yep, the or the root is the thing.
The vegetable is the root.
That's your fancy way.
All right, thanks for letting me ask that.
Yep, you pull it out of the dirt. That's a root vegetable.
Okay, so we've chopped those up, we've seasoned those.
Yes, and you roast them for a bit. So that kind of gives it depth of flavor, softens them up a bit. But once we add them into so we roast them like this, they look delicious. Like I said, you're kind of hiding them in the potatoes. Like you almost can't tell what's a rutabaga, what's a parsnip, etc.
So my kids say, are these carrots? No.
No.
There's just tons of potatoes.
Orange potato.
Yeah,
yep.
exactly.
Or your husband, whatever you need to do. So you roast those for a little bit, you prep your leeks.
One person's kid is another person's husband.
Yep, I've seen it.
We're not naming names. Okay.
Nope. So once these are sauteed and these are roasted, you're gonna add them all together, get some broth in here, simmer them for a little. These are already pretty tender from the oven, but you want them to be really tender because we're gonna puree it.
Okay.
Now, personally, I mean, I'm sure we've all had a potato soup that is completely pureed, right? It makes me think of baby food. Okay.
Okay.
I don't want it to be baby food. Texture is important. So usually what I do is I blitz it either in a blender or with an immersion blender. If you don't have an immersion blender, you gotta get one. But you blitz it a little bit so that it is mostly pureed, but leave some texture so that you actually have some like bites of something instead of just
potato.
Like, yeah, exactly, because that's what it is. So, so we've got that, and then the flavor at the end that really helps is we are going to add like our strong flavors at the end so that they don't get muted. So we've got some fresh thyme and some garlic. I've told you this trick before. We're not sauteing our garlic here. You lose the flavor, okay? We're gonna add less than you would add if you were sauteing. So we're gonna add a couple cloves into the end. The soup is done, it's really hot. Stir some garlic cloves in.
Off the stove?
It doesn't really matter. Just as soon as it's off. You don't need to cook it. It like mellows out with the hot soup, but you keep that garlic flavor so you're actually tasting it instead of losing it in the sauteing process.
I've forgotten this, but you have said this before. Don't saute the garlic, so keep the flavor.
Yes,
save
you're
it for
actually
the end.
getting it.
Okay.
We add a little cream because I am making you eat vegetables, so we're gonna add some cream.
Balance.
Yes.
Balance in all things.
Exactly. You have to want to eat it. So, but then just treat it like your regular potato soup. We've got chives, we've got cheese. I'm gonna add bacon to mine later.
Yes.
So, easy peasy.
It especially, I mean, it looks delicious. It smells amazing. I think especially so because the studio currently, back me up, is as cold as it was outside this morning.
We're getting cozy in here.
So I think soup feels just appropriate and just right. This particular recipe will be waiting for you on the website. Where can we get more recipes from you, sister?
Well, you can find me at lkcooking.com. That's where you book me for like holiday caterings and classes as well. So.
Classes, catering, you want this professional chef to spice up your party, so we'll link you over to her website as well. Thank you so much. I'll be making this.
I'm so excited.
Cannot wait.